The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clan Archie for the dope production. Ring gang stay with the best discussions. Ring Gang Radio.
Oh man. So yeah, our third and final topic of the night has to do with fighters popping dirty. It's been an interesting week or so. I guess I'll start with the latest one. Now, as we all know, I mean, if we're all been anticipating Usyk's debut at heavyweight after unifying all 4 cruiserweight belts and stuff like that with a remarkable run throughout the World Boxing Super Series tournament, he was like, okay, yeah, I'm trying to get this heavyweight money.
Yeah, I mean, I really wasn't anticipating it, but okay.
Well, I mean, because obviously, I mean, heavyweights is just, we do need heavyweights need new blood and someone to try to break up the monotony between Joshua, Fury, and Wilder. Ruiz ended up being the one to break up the monotony, so he's firmly in the 4. Now Usyk was expected to join. Is getting hyped to be the 5th person to be up in the next, to be seen as a top heavy. So originally it was supposed to be Carlos Takam back in May, and then Usyk, I think he ripped his bicep or something like that. And then that fight got postponed until he healed up. And then Takam decided to go a different route. He was like, I'm going to go sign with Top Rank. So that kills that fight off rip. And then after some time, his replacement was Tyrone Spong. And now a lot of us are like, who? Who's Tyrone Spong? And Tyrone Spong is a boxer, but he's known more as a kickboxer. But as a pro, he's like 12 or 13 and 0, like 12 or 11 knockouts, something like that. So yeah, I mean, obviously, but he had a high rank. He was like 4 with the WBO. So we're like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, he's fine. He's facing this guy. Well, this week, Vada came back and said, hey, Tyrone Spong popped dirty. He was taking something that most people take when they were doing a roid cycle. The stuff that stops you from getting the bitch tits and the small nuts. So, so basically, the commission in Chicago is like, no, you're not fighting anymore, bruh. So that's the one instance. That's the one instance of popping dirty. Now Usyk is left without was left to go pick from Hearn's pool of replacements. Who do we get? Chaz Witherspoon. Of all people he could have picked, Chaz Witherspoon is now going to be in this role. And that's a thumbs down. That's a thumbs down right there. I'm going to watch it, but I'm not going to. It's not a fight that I want to see for any reason.
Yawn.
Yeah, because Chaz Witherspoon. Chaz Witherspoon never got past prospect stage. Now, if you've watched him, he was on HBO, in the later half of in the early part of this decade and later part of the last decade. And basically, he lost all his step-up fight. He lost to Areola. Would have been KO'd by them, except the corner saved him. He lost to Tony Thompson, and then he lost to to Seth Mitchell. So, and then that's basically the last time anyone has probably seen him on national TV. So it's unfortunate. And roids again, kickboxers, kickboxers once again, popping dirty and ruining their opportunities and ruining a fight that someone that may have some sort of curiosity, interest in it. Just like with fucking Big Baby and everything. And then, we on the women's side, we have Heather Hardy, who popped dirty, not for a PED for anything, but for I believe like something like a Midol pill or something like that. And now this one, typically that one would have been okay if she had actually reported to the commission that she was taking this. But reportedly, it was helping with some liver and kidney issues too. And then typically, and something like that. And usually, when people take medication like that, you're not supposed to be really fighting because you can die. You get,
Yeah.
you can get dehydrated or whatever, and you can die from those conditions.
And or how about get punched in the kidney, liver,
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Jeez, like the fuck, like damn. But that's why I say boxing, like one of those sports you just love to death, yo. Like, cause you gotta. I mean, even though you getting paid, yeah, she got 100 racks, but you gotta love boxing to put your body through that, knowing you're doing that.
Right, and I think, and also too, because I think I remember talking to you guys about that. Like with her, like she wanted that payday so she could actually buy an actual bed for herself. Like, I think in the article that I read, she was actually sleeping on her couch while her kid had the bed, and that blew my mind. I was like, wow, So,
but our New York correspondents easily told us that that could be remedied by downgrading in a different area.
Yeah,
exactly.
So
she's too good. She's too good to be with the bodega people. Fuck all that.
I'm sure they got boxing gyms there too. You know what I mean?
Right. But now, of course, Amanda Serrano's been on a tear on social media, going back and forth with her, and then about her popping Dirty, and like I said, it wasn't right. She may be, but what Hardy was pop for it's not really an enhancement. But she shouldn't have not been fighting in that condition. But like I said, you love boxing so much, and you love the money, and you need the money. Like I said, desperate people do desperate things.
But it's funny because Serrano mentioned that Hardy's team had put all these rigorous tests into place because they felt like somebody was insinuating in her camp that Amanda was the one that was on something. And now it turns out she's the one that failed the test.
Yeah. So now that's a whole bunch of pent up vitriol coming from Serrano. So
damn, don't it be like that?
Yeah.
The one that's accusing be the one that's be cheating or taking something.
Exactly. It's yeah, and just to bring up one more time, Triple G. I mean, as people used to think Triple G was on some shit, was on the shit, and especially, and then of course, especially it ramped up until, of course, Canelo popped Dirty. All of a sudden, you don't hear that anymore. Triple G, I mean, you never heard negative stuff, but Triple G on any type of drugs, don't hear that no more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember the whole Pacquiao Floyd shit started because somebody accused another person of being on something.
Yeah. And Pacquiao has yet to pop Dirty. Not even an adverse breeding. Not
that doesn't mean you can't do that. You can't take anything and not get caught.
Yeah, but I wouldn't imagine.
But it just means somebody wasted their time for 5-6 years saying that bullshit.
Right. And without never one incident, and so
which makes me just feel like that was just used to just duck the fight
when it should have happened.
Yeah, you never had nothing happen like that before or afterwards.
Exactly.
So you mean to tell me when this dude gets his biggest particular challenge, we care about oh man, steroids and safety and all that, yada yada yada. You a promoter, but you're not having it mandatory for your own fights that you're promoting people, even the people on the undercard. So I'm just saying, agendas.
I mean, I used to think that too, but I know people, so that personally told me that, some stuff. So I'm not gonna go out all on air about that, but it makes me wonder, it's not something that Floyd started. He didn't start this. He just kind of picked up on the rumors that his dad was the first one to say.
I mean, his dad said it, but all it just came to me, it just sounded like them niggas was spooked that you had somebody who could challenge his son. Cause I remember all of them niggas had picked Hatton to beat him, then they picked Cotto to beat him. And once that happened, that's when everybody got shook on some, oh man, he gotta be on something.
Exactly.
I mean, that's how I remember it. Then you had the whole, okay, nah, I don't think my son should fight him. I don't think my son could beat him. He's, you know, it ain't right. He moved up and he's hurting people too much. Years later, when these niggas do fight, man, you fighting scary. Like, this shit right itself, man.
Yeah, no, seriously, like someone could really make a boxing TV show of all the nonsense that happens in boxing for real.
All this shit just right itself, like honest to God, like that's why I just look at all this performance enhancing shit, the steroid shit. Everybody got their agenda with it. No one's truly trying to clear up the sport. Like nobody. Everybody act like they got a stand on it or they doing this or doing that, but at the end of the day, no one's trying to clean up the sport.
No, they're just gonna find different ways. And just one more person I wanted to mention too. And this one was just like this because this one fucked up his bag. And Avni Yildirim. Now, he's known for 2 fights. Number one, get annihilated by Chris Eubank Jr. in the World Boxing Super Series, which you guys showed a lot of love to when I posted the damn video on our Instagram. You showed lots of love to that video. To this day, I would love to know why that video you guys love so much. Honestly, because I'm like stumped. I know LB is kind of stumped too. Why that video got so much love? You know, and then
it's a sick knockout though.
Yeah, it was a sick knockout, but damn, I'm just looking at this as like, I threw my hands up. I'm like, hey, if they enjoy it, they enjoy it. You know, we appreciate all the views and the comments that we got on it. And then of course the fight with Anthony Dirrell from earlier this year, in which he made shit plenty hot for Anthony Dirrell, and it got stopped by technical decision, which he lost, but it was close on the cards and everything like that. And then since then, Yildirim and the Turkish people have really made Anthony Dirrell's life, at least social media life, a living hell. So Yildirim, had to wait to see who the winner was between Dirrell and Benavidez, which was Benavidez. So he was the mandatory, and then bam, he popped 34 Royd. And so Yildirim most likely is going to get removed from the division, and he fucked up his bag and he fucked up his title fight. So it's just like, was it really worth it? Like to try to buck the.
Hey, yo, take the auto tune off.
Who, me?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I was like, the fuck is you talking about?
Nah, because it was like your voice was coming through all like robotic and shit.
Oh. So yeah, no, if you didn't hear me before, yes. Yildirim fucked up his bag because he tested positive for a damn roid. So yeah, it's just like, is it really worth it to take all these performance enhancers to try to buck the system? Gym niggas, so I know what these do. Except for stuff that the Eastern Europeans be taking. Some of that shit, I'm just like, that's new age roids. I have to go on Google and try to pretend I'm a doctor to understand what it actually does. But some of this shit, I do know what they take. But yeah, it's not. Is it really worth it to fuck up your career, your back, just to? It's used. It's either used for recovery or to build the muscle, or basically recovery and muscle building in case you don't want to train as hard as you need to. And that's why they're PEDs. So it's just like, is it really worth it just to fuck up everything that you work for to take it? And this is all stuff and these are all people that popped dirty in the last like week or two. I think it's like the week.
Damn.
Yeah, it's kind of awful. And like I said, you do this and then you hurt your brand, you hurt your promoter, you hurt the fans, especially the ones. I can't imagine people who I mean, granted, I don't think Spong really had any fans like that unless you watch kickboxing. But I would be annoyed too if I go there. I'm like, hey, Usyk has a different opponent. I'm just like, man, I just got used to the idea of Spong being the goddamn opponent, you know. And you know,
But I mean, that's the thing. It's not about what fans he's bringing. It's the new fans he can make if he put on a good fight.
exactly. You know, and it's just like, you know, we have, you know, so we're probably gonna have a couple of no contest fights that probably are interesting that are not going to happen. You know, I mean, this is what PED used to do. And like LB said, like no one is trying to really clean it up. No one. Like, yes, Vada or nada. Yes, everyone keeps saying that or whatever, and these cats are still gonna pop dirty, in some form, and at some point, like they're always gonna be ways to circumvent it, especially if they're not doing like the 24/7 like Nonita Donaire does, who's been paying out of his pocket for like today since forever, you know. Yeah, you know, PEDs, man, like. It sucks that it keeps ruining fights or changing the course of a fighter's career or destiny or whatever. I don't know. Pete, what do you think about all this?
Fuck these niggas using all this shit. Now we gotta go through all of this. Oh my god, it's like I'm tired of it, honestly. But it is what it is. Motherfuckers are still gonna use it. Motherfuckers are still gonna get caught. You never know who to trust anymore.
Yeah, because I mean, boxing behind the scenes is a very grimy sport. It's very grimy. You know, it's. I mean, if you've gotten glimpses of it, I've gotten glimpses of it. It's very. There are people who get licensed that shouldn't be licensed. You know, for a variety of reasons, and because people will do anything either just because they like boxing so much, or they need the money. So, and then you know, PED usage is a lesser evil to most athletes, especially boxers. So, but it just sucks though when they do get caught, like the things just get thrown out of whack or changed or canceled and all that stuff. And it ends up being a big waste of time for everybody involved. So yeah, that's a PED usage. It's going to continue. It's you know
the funny part is that like there's a fucking PEDs in these big viewers, like the shit that you could find in like the fucking local GMC. It's not like fucking hard to train. Right? You would think that you would have smartened up a little bit if you were going to try to cheat. But I guess not.
The thing is, though, there probably needs to be harsher penalties. I think that's probably the reason why. But it's not because PED users, like most of them get the equivalent of a slap on the wrist, especially in combat sports. Like there's nobody in boxing I know that has like a permanent ban because of usage.
Like imagine if these dudes started getting like fucking baseball suspension. Like in baseball, you get fucking 80 games. If you get caught with PED first time. Imagine fucking giving them like a year or a year and a half off rip the first time. Like that would make you shape up.
Yeah, that'll change the tune of everybody. But yeah. But then I don't see having the boss to actually do something like that if they're really serious about cleaning up the sport. Because you need
too much money. These niggas make too much money, man.
Exactly.
You're not finding niggas $1 million or you know, making them suspend them for a year, not just 6 months, which, you know, these cats only fighting twice a year anyway, so.
Right. And especially like if you get the Canelos that actually can pop dirty, they've already made more than enough money. What's 6 months without fighting going to do really to them?
Yeah, you just gonna make them fight a tune-up instead.
Right, and it still recoup his bread.
Yeah, like you hurting the sport. Like you actually doing it better for him. You're like, okay. That's like when these cops damn be getting paid vacations for killing people for no reason and shit.
Facts.
Like that's what you're doing when you let these niggas damn, you suspend them for 6 months. Like really? Oh, y'all niggas going to Disney World. Like that, y'all it's playoffs.
Exactly.
What kind of shit is this?
Yeah, you know, if you're serious, harsher penalties, and then make sure they understand. So they understand that, hey, if you cancel the fight because of that, that's on you, and you're gonna pay the ultimate cost for it. That type of stuff. But these fighters make too much money. Usually there's too much money on the line for some of these cats, especially if the promoters and anything. So yeah, I honestly, we'll probably gotta see more people popping dirty as it comes along. Like we'll probably never go without a couple of people popping dirty. This is just unique because so many people pop dirty within the last couple of weeks. So yeah, continue, and it's gonna happen, and
it's the natural cycle of things. No pun intended.
Yeah, facts. Oh man, so so I think we've come to the end of our show for tonight. Let's see, final words. Pete, do you have any final words, final thoughts?
You already know what it is all the time. As long as it's Ring Gang Radio, as long as it's boxing, follow, subscribe to everything.
That's what it is. LB, you got any final thoughts, bruh? Hey?
God damn it.
Yo, LB kind of disappeared on me. Oh, well, let's see. I have my final thought. Like it's always, support Ring Gang. Go to our website. See the dope videos that we got there. Shout out to our affiliates. Our out of country affiliates that making these hot videos. Check out LB and Rome's songs and stuff like that. Check out the site. Check out our podcast, everything like that. Like I said, we appreciate all the love we get. Just continue to show us more love. Like, subscribe, write some comments down. Like I said, we're on everything. We're on Stitcher, YouTube, Automatic, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. We're on all of that. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, just check all that out. And I don't know where LB went to. 1 minute, and then he's gone the next. But it's all good. So for myself, Patscorpio, New England representative, for LB Shutterworth da Gawd, Go Artist. Who I'm pretty sure will probably reiterate the same sentiments that I did and P did, and then for King P, Bodega P, this has been another great episode of Real Talk, where as mentioned before, if shit's real, we talk about it. Oh, wait a minute. LB is back. LB, you with us?
Yeah, it was good. Technical difficulties.
Yeah. So, okay. So, luckily, you're back. You can back there to reveal your final thoughts.
Oh wow, damn! I didn't hear anything y'all was able to say. Final thoughts. There's hopefully Bashir recovers from the brain bleed. We don't know what's gonna happen next. But he's in our prayers, for boxing. We've seen some good fights lately, Golovkin, Spence, so hopefully boxing just keeps at it. Oh yeah, one more thing, that Clanarchy just dropped a new beat tape, so y'all make sure y'all check that out. That Soul of the Sword Volume 3, some mad bangers on there.
Word.
Got a lot of hot joints, so y'all make sure y'all follow him on Instagram at Clanarchy Beats. Check that out. It's on Bandcamp. Got some bangers on there, some real. If y'all like the beats that y'all hear on this shit, this some completely new shit. I know I don't be giving y'all all the Clanarchy beats on these shits. You know what I mean? So that's why y'all gotta holla at them.
Yes, sir.
And y'all subscribe to the YouTube, and got Bars and Boxing, always got some videos out there. You got that Double Team out there. You know, the Wolverine and Thanos. I know that's cooking right now. I know y'all fucks with that. So we got more shit on the way, and on ringgangradio.com.
Yep. Well said. So yeah, like I said, for myself, Patscorpio representative, for LB, Shutterworth da Gawd, the GOAT artist, for King P, Bodega P. I'd say this was again another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where it's always a shit show we talk about it. So until next time, peace.